Hey, you guys, and welcome to American Culture. Things have been so weird for me lately. I feel kind of scattered and all over the place, like the shift has happened. And the other day, I was at the doctor's office with the kid and his grandma, and I'm about to explain to you guys how God is like having me look at life now. It's no longer through the lens of misery. You see, when we got there, we had to go up the elevator, obviously, because we're in a wheelchair, but the doors, they're like wide open. So his grandma's like, fantastic. And she goes and gets in the elevator, and I, of course, just follow her, and we go upstairs. Now, you guys, I thought it was a little bit weird that the doors were open, but I'm going to follow the leader. And we were just fine. Now, when the doctor's office thing is over and we go back downstairs, and I can see the elevators again, and there's a different door that's open. So it hits me that, oh, this is just a nice thing that they do. There's like always a door open downstairs, but there's a woman standing in front of the door this time, and she's like, I'm not getting in there. Absolutely not. The friend from the inside is like, girl, come on. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know why these things are open. And the friend is like, well, then get out of the way so I can go. And of course, we're like walking, so I don't know if the lady like got on the elevator or not. When we got to the car, I told the grandma, I said, listen, because I talked to her on the way back, about God and stuff. And I'm so like, listen, you see, this is where I see life. Everybody has the opportunity to experience the same things. The circumstances really don't change. We've all got bills, stresses, the whole nine yards. But really, your mentality, your perspective on life determines how you respond to things. We all encountered the open elevator door, and every single one of us had a different response to it. And I told her, the grandma, I was like, so, because you're at a place where you have faith and you have trust and all this other stuff, you don't walk around thinking the world is literally going to fall on you from the sky. So when you see an open door, you see it as just that, an open door. You can go ahead and just get on the elevator. Me, myself, I would have gotten on the elevator, but I still would have thought this is a little bit odd. And it matches perfectly to where I think in my life. I'm right now. I will follow the leader. I'm doing what God tells me to do, even though it's like strange, and I wonder. I don't question anymore. I don't think that I'm gonna like walk into doom and gloom, but I do wonder why God got me out here doing some things that are a little unconventional. And now, usually, when they're over, I have some time to reflect, like I did when we got back downstairs, and see that, oh well, the doors are open like that, to see that it all works out for that greater good, and it just helps me to get more comfortable. But I do recognize that I was at a point to where I was like that other woman, and this is where so many people are. This is why I tell you guys, the more you awaken, the more you realize the world is black and white, this way, that way, left or right. It's duality. It's one way or the other, but you don't do both. You may think you're doing both, but you're not. And so what she's doing is essentially she's running to the unfamiliar. This is not what she's used to. The elevator is not doing what she thinks the elevator should do. She's having a little freak out section. And the problem is, you guys, when we get to the point to where we are suffering and we're sacrificing, it's almost as if the bigger show we can throw, the more support that we get. So the reason why she was standing there and having that freak out is because she's used to people supporting the negativity. But in this case, she had a friend that was inside of the elevator saying, come on, girl, or I'm going to have to leave you. And again, that's exactly where I'm at in my life. Like I said, I've been the woman who is skeptical and afraid and had trust issues. And every open door seemed like, oh my gosh, it was going to cause me some harm. I had to save myself from all the problems and issues, and I made life harder. Just like that woman, just like the one that just would not get on the elevator. I'm probably sure that she let those doors close, her friend to go upstairs, had to wait a little longer, went to go, did all the things to make it last and worse than it needed to be, longer than it needed to be, just because that's what's normal to her. But I'm also at the point now of that person that was inside the elevator. Listen, nothing's going to happen to you. Like the likelihood that this thing is going to fall out of the sky is probably zero. Either get on or get out of the way, because the rest of us have appointments to make and we're not going to miss them. I realize now so quickly where people are in their mentality about the simplest things that they do and say. And I'm not being mean or rude or evil by not wanting to interact with you. I don't think that you're a bad person, but I do recognize that the mentality that you carry has you seeing the world through a glasses of misery. And that's going to have you not wanting to go places, not wanting to do stuff, not being able to progress. And unless I don't show up for every tragedy and stress out that you have, I'm not a good person. but I'm not here to respond to that. I'm good. I'm following good. I'm going to a good place, and you can either come too. And that's when God let me know that I have finally recognized what to follow him means, what to follow Jesus means. It's not just that I have the moral characteristics or whatever, being religious, doing certain things, I pray, fast, do, listen to God, obedience. It's not just that. It's, do you actually understand? Can you see what God is doing in every single circumstance? Not take it personally, but truly realize why this is happening. God let me see exactly where my mind was. The world has become that mirror. Like I said, I'm right there. I'm a little bit like, ew, I'll do the weird things and then find out that everything works out for the better. And I am at the point to where, listen, this elevator is going. I've stepped into the opportunity to live the good and abundant life. I would love to take you with me, but it's a personal choice as to whether you're ready to get on this elevator or not. But I'm not going to stay here with the doors wide open until you decide that this is okay for you to do. You're on your own personal journey, and that's great. I'll see you when you get there. I'm 100% living like that. And so, yeah, things have shifted. I understand now. I can follow God. I can follow the word. I understand what it means to live faithfully. I see myself making different decisions because I do love unconditionally and am tolerant and all of those other things. So, yeah, I definitely see that shift in myself, that difference and that change. So it's like making it to the other side of the river. Oh, you guys, before I go, I made this today. Joann's, the fabric store is closing. If I was a billionaire, I'd save it. That's like the one thing that I would do. I would save Joann just because there in this entire country, there's like no other national fabric chain. There's no place that you can go to just get like quality fabrics. It's terrible that they're doing this because they allowed them to. I think they go to private equity. It's terrible. Anyway, that's a different story for another day. You got to be paying attention to the ways of the world. So yeah, when we went to the doctor's office, that was what that little elevator encounter was saying, that at the point where I will follow the leader, I'll follow the good. Still a little skeptical of it, but I will follow it. But I will definitely be at a point to where I do have that much safety and security in all the things that I'm currently doing and walking in, that now that I do see open doors every single day, I can just go ahead and walk through them. I'm no longer the woman who's like, I don't trust it because it's unfamiliar to me. I'm not dealing with those issues of, hurt, pain, guilt, shame, and constantly thinking that attention is what gets coddled. So yeah, I'm definitely getting on the elevator and elevating, and anybody else who's like standing at the door saying, I can't go, I can't do it. Okay, whenever you're ready, but please get out of the way so I can keep it moving. Have a blessed day, you guys.